Kinif, my name is Tiondi Bosco, a volunteer at Uganda Red Cross Society at Ajumani branch. In the Limitless Academy, my main idea is to address the increasing rate of gender-based violence, especially against women and girls, and even in some instances against men. That has actually been scaled up by the COVID-19 related restrictions that led to closure of institutions, unemployment, loss of jobs, and food insecurity, and closure of religious institutions that led into negative attitudes and behaviors. We also seek to address the increasing rate of teenage pregnancy and high prevalence of teenage mothers and fathers that actually led to increased mortality, health risks, negative impact on livelihood, family instability, and increased rate of child labor and torture, which we also seek through this innovation to address the deteriorating morals and increasing subversive tendencies and extremism among the youth. In designing our prototype, we began with an initiation meeting with our project team at the branch. Then we did a benchmarking stakeholder engagement with the leadership for Pachara Sub-County and other similar implementing partners like LWF, Care International, and other community leaders. We used a full cycle design that help us in characterization of the problem, ideation, and contextual desirability and feasibility of our project. We used the goal sheet tool that facilitated identification and profiling of our target beneficiaries. Then using the interview sheet, we're able to do stakeholder engagement and and profiling 36 target beneficiaries, out of which we train 8 community peer trainers. These are majorly gender-based violence survivors, teenage mothers, youth, and persons with disability. We use the problem tree for characterizing the key challenges faced in the community through consultation with them. Then we use the pairwise ranking to prioritize the core areas of intervention. Our main value proposition is psychosocial support and rehabilitation through creation of youth-free space centers where they can easily ideate, innovate, and be creative and be able to be also identified by other stakeholders. We prioritize enhancing civic knowledge on gender-based violence and its impact, especially related to COVID-19, through community dialogue and sensitization on sexual reproductive health and right, especially to our little young teenage mothers. We adopted an integrated response system in which we think we envision to build resilience to impacts of COVID-19 and gender-based violence through engaging our target beneficiaries into village savings and loan association groups where we conducted financial literacy training and also engage them in income generating activity and also creative art. Our main stakeholders are the community leaders, district leaders, and other civil society organizations who are that are implementing the same project, the Uganda Police, media houses, and religious institutions that we think are relevant to our project. During prototyping, we found that there is high prevalence of gender-based violence cases and there is lack of awareness in the community about local case management, reporting channels, and information about referrals. We realized due to the COVID-19 there is high rate of teenage pregnancy in Pachara sub-county and there is inadequate knowledge on gender-based violence and sexual reproductive health and rights, especially to these target beneficiaries. We realize there's less community direct engagement in responding to the impacts of gender-based violence and other aspects of social protection like child protection and community service. We think the key potential for future impact of our innovation is that there shall be change of attitude and gender mainstreaming and inclusion in community services and engagements. We think this innovation will directly ensure building of resilience to the impact of gender-based violence and COVID-19 induced high rate of teenage pregnancy, stigma, stereotypes, restoration, and build hope for pandemic recovery among our victims and the target beneficiaries. There shall be enhanced community responsiveness towards the cause and impact of gender-based violence, teenage pregnancy, and correlation with their education. We think these innovations shall strengthen community linkages with the implementing authorities. It will prioritize gender-sensitive issues, child marriages, and education in policies and inclusion in public and private projects and activities and programming. We think these innovations shall be an auxiliary and direct eye-opener for the expansion of civil society organizations and government support towards addressing these challenges. We think more funding will be able to allow us scale up this project and increase our impact towards gender-based violence and extend this to education institutions and schools so that we'll be able to have a better impact. And we contribute directly to Uganda's National Development Goal 3, that is operationalized through the Paris Development Model, and contribute to attainment of Uganda Vision 2040 and the Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you.